Okay, so we waited enough time, and now we're going to start. So last time, you all decided, hey, great idea. We're going to go down that map, and we're going to go see the guy who's, down in the bottom part of the old library. You found him. He's an old god that you established faith with. Congratulations, you established faith in the birthing of a new godling. Um, Based upon your faith in him and the depth of your faith of actions through him. So yeah, that was your bottom view. Are you guys gonna go back up the way you came and go towards the top?
Top of the library? Like where we came from?
Yes, let us go that way.
Well, to the top of the old library,
Oh,
We
yes.
are
because
at
you
the
went
dead
down.
end right
You
now.
went down the bottom steps.
I have made note to not
Yeah.
consume any liquids that are given to me.
No, you should drink everything given.
I mean,
Oh.
part of the.
Look, my family has taught me that if you have been given a gift, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You know?
Didn't she like not drink for the longest time?
What?
I've
Okay.
seen this man eat an entire table once.
You're right.
He
So
will eat anything. So.
okay, but in
par
that
for the course.
case, for your philosophy, was it a gift to you, or did you eat all the food and steal from people?
No, they gave it to me.
No, it was given to him.
All right, fair
Yeah, it
enough.
was actually condescending.
I'll leave that there.
It was in their hands and it was extended in my direction.
Yep.
Fair
And
enough.
I just watched.
Okay, so you
Liara just looks at Zafira.
you head back up towards the middle area, and upon doing so, as you're heading back up there, you see that in front of you is a small automaton.
Like a little robot.
Oh.
Let me fetch you a image of such a creature.
Is it standing up straight, slouched over? What are we looking?
That's what I'm going to give you real quick.
No. I- You only refuse gift horse from DM.
He is sparking with electricity all over his body as mechanical bits and pieces flow interchanged, locked with that electricity. This is the foe that you
Awesome, don't
see
touch it.
in front of you.
Electricity.
Waiting for it to load on Discord. There we go. Come on. So you see in front of you a very large, almost looking like a stone guardian of sorts with a halo. There's circular rings gyrating inside the middle of him, as well as different electrical pieces connecting each of the bits.
Wow.
I'm gonna stand in front of Balsam like Balsam, don't touch
He
me.
also is holding a
You're
mechanical
getting
staff.
covered.
He's what?
The staff he's holding is
Mechanical staff.
mechanical.
He's holding it.
Oh.
He outstretches the staff and points towards Balsam. You then see a spark link between his staff and your head, Balsam. You don't feel shocked, just that a voice clicks in your head as you hear a mass amount of crunching metal and gears as it says to you, "Why have you seeked the library?"
Or knowledge.
"Knowledge of what? Speak thine purpose."
No, anything really. I'm a bit bored. It was kind of wanted to just find anything to entertain me.
You see the gears whirl on his staff as they begin to gyrate a bit more. Another static electricity shock sends forth to you as psychic bolts enter into your brain. Roll me Are you trying to deceive him?
No, that's the truth.
Roll me persuasion.
Alright. 22.
Nice.
Not many come back for the forbidden knowledge of the back roads, but it appears that you are telling the truth, mortal. At least that's what I believe you are. Now then, you may enter the top part of the library. Do be
Ooh.
careful not to bruise any parts of the books on your way up.
I would never harm literature ever.
Is it just Balsam? that needs
Given
to
your
go?
past, I shall be keeping a close eye on you from the normal library.
Alright. Go slouch.
Wait, do we all have to go through that, or were you allowed to just walk with him?
He then
No,
zaps
I
the.
got the pass.
He then zaps you.
Ah, shit.
What is your purpose within the library?
Well, honestly, knowledge, so I can better understand how to help people.
Interesting. Roll me persuasion.
Okie
Hmm.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
Oh no.
I got a 5.
On that one.
Oh, nat
Oh
one.
my god.
He says
it
to
was
you.
a nat one.
He says to you,
I'm gonna.
"Your words are full of nothing but foul language. I do not believe a single word that you have here. For
I'm sorry.
you and you alone are not allowed to enter this library. Be gone before I smite your brain, melting it within the cranium that you exist within. Turn back now."
Okay. I'd like I'll just walk away, and then I'd like to roll a stealth check, just to see if I can sneak around him.
Try it, sure.
I'm gonna step to the side too to get out of the range of fire. If something
23. I got a 23.
You're stealthed. However, the beam hasn't broken between his staff and you.
Oh.
I see that you are trying to pass undetected in your vein. Your
What?
attempts are within vain of you crouching to sneak around my blind spots.
I'll leave. I promise.
Maybe
I'll leave.
this will persuade you.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
He begins to crank his staff a bit as you see electricity begin to build and build and build before he unleashes it. And if you've ever seen Overwatch, this would be like
I
Ramatra.
play Overwatch.
Okay, so you know how Ramatra has the little throwy thing that he can throw on the ground?
Yeah.
He chucks over an orb at you of electricity that whomp as it hits the ground, locks you in a force cage.
Saphira starts freaking out, and she kind of like runs up to it, and she looks at me like confused, and then she looks at the automaton. I said, "No, don't. No, just
Kronos.
leave it."
He
I'd ask that you
he
not
extends
harm
his staff, picking you up with a bit of magnetics, and slowly shifts you over to the exit door of the library.
Oh.
She just has to wait outside.
I'll just wait here then. I promise. If you let me out of this cage, I promise, on my mother's grave.
Is Zafira just
just toss you.
is Zafira just panicking and like slowly following as you're being like levitated over towards the
Yes.
exit?
Yes, she is.
Like a
Just
confused,
like a little puppy.
like a little confused puppy, like looking up, like what's happening? What's going
Like,
on?
what the fuck is going on? Except she's just like a little, like slightly agitated, so she's like, she's not growling, but because she's more confused than anything.
Little
this
dragon
doesn't happen.
gruff, little grump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, if you let me out of this cage, I promise I will stay right here.
You already promised that you wouldn't go near, but you tried anyways. I do not believe you.
I actually promised.
You
know
mortals
such
have
thing?
very fickle natures.
I never promised that I was going to. When did I promise that I wasn't going to go? Because that never came out of my mouth saying I promise I won't go. I promise I'll stay here on my grave. I promise.
Don't say that.
I will stay here.
Don't use those words.
On your grave, how interesting of a title. Very well. You then see the force cage close as it knocks to the ground, and it turns from a force cage to a force casket. Upon doing so, you're in a see-through casket of force, as it looks like a little blue casket. And hello, Corin, welcome! We only just started, but we were spilling tea
hate
before.
my life.
Hey, new players causing trouble.
I didn't mean to.
That's my job.
I didn't mean to. I just got a nat 1 earlier, so it's not my fault.
God
Exactly.
damn it, Dad.
So you are You are placed down into a forced casket, which is on the ground, and your Zephyr can see through it. She just can't interact with you through it.
She's just like looking at me very confused, and I just kind of give her that.
I
eye.
imagine she like puts like her claw on it and tries to scratch through, and nothing happens. She's like looking at you and tries to scratch again.
Honestly, now she's starting to get a little pissed off. So she's like asking, she's like looking at me to do something. And I'm like, no, don't do anything. Even though I really want her to, I promised on my grave that I wasn't gonna do anything. So I guess I'll just cross my arms and go. Just like
Possum's gonna lean
Very
over to
good.
Hal.
If you do anything, or your dragon tries anything, I will crush you within that casket to jam.
May I ask for a glass of water, please?
Let your sweat be the water you drink.
Okay. Thank you.
There are no drinks permitted
Agreed.
within the library.
Do you
Well,
believe
that's
that we need to go
funny
to the
because
top
we
floor?
actually saw a guy not too far back there. He
Oh.
gave me some really fucked up shit. It made me see a lot of stuff.
I do not have jurisdiction of the lower half of this library.
Oh yeah, well there's a guy setting fire over there. He points in a random direction.
He taps his staff on the ground as you see a shockwave pivot out all around you. It just zips on through. I did not see any fire within this threshold.
I am just
Keep
gonna
looking.
stay put, and I'm just gonna be like,
He then pings it again. I still see no fire. Deception check, Corin.
Hmm.
Possum's gonna make some imaginary fire over there.
Ooh. What'd you roll?
Well, thank God I have a little thing called reliable talent.
What did you get?
well,
I got a 2.
So that's a
Ah.
12.
it's an
Yeah.
But he got his 22 for his insight.
Oh, that's the deception check.
So he looks at you and he says, "Why are all you mortals trying to gaslight a robot? It doesn't work."
I understand. I'll stay here.
He sends a
He's
bolt over
clearly-
to you, Corin, and says, "Do you wish to bring harm to the library?"
Or it shrugs. I don't know.
Is that truthful answer or is that a non-truthful answer?
You should
What?
say that. You know what?
Technically, it is a truthful answer because Corin does not really know why he is in the library to begin with. It's not like he reads.
Invalid.
If you do not damage a book, we will not have an issue.
Why is the elf in a box?
They tried to deceive me, saying they wouldn't damage the library. Their words are full of deceit and absolute
I don't want to
heresy.
damage the library.
They then tried to sneak around me, deceiving me once more. My trust was broken, so I stuck them within a box.
Well, can I vouch for them and say that they are not ill-intentioned?
You can vouch, but I do not care.
Okay, come on, man. Just this once. Can I roll a persuasion?
You can try, but he's pretty pissed off at her.
I
Well.
didn't mean to.
Rolled a nat 1 and then tried to stealth past him.
Well, does a 30 persuade him?
You got a 30 on your persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
I'm not logged into Mecha Madness, or Death of
Okay.
Chaos.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I know. So he looks at you, and he says, you hear him breathe in a heavy sigh, even though he has no lungs to speak of. He goes,
Just this once, I promise. If I tell you
fine,
what,
but
if
I
she-
will make...
If she does break something, you can kill me. And he gives a thumbs up with a
What?
big smile on his face.
No. You're not gonna kill him. If I do something wrong, you'll kill me.
Oh,
Shut
dude.
up.
I have a
I'm
better
No, I'm
idea.
not gonna let you sacrifice your life
Shut
for
up.
me.
I am negotiating here. Be
Very true.
be silent. I got
Let Let him cook. Let him cook.
Okay.
He frees you from your forced coffin and instead sticks a chain around your wrist attached to a book. And the book says bomb on it.
Oh.
If
Okay.
you damage a book, this book will consume you and explode.
Okay. I promise. I won't do anything. I promise. I will be good. And I bow.
And lastly, if she does anything, you are to kill her.
How about you kill me instead?
He has to kill her. Okay.
I can sense through that ruse.
Okay, I will literally do absolutely nothing. I ain't touching nothing. I ain't
He looks
looking
at
nothing.
Corin and he says, "You can't die. That is a disgusting offer.
He shrugs and smiles again.
You will kill her instead."
Alright, whatever.
He puts a bracelet on your wrist that is bound you to that word.
It says knife on the book.
It's an alright, whatever.
It says, "Fuck around and find out."
Do we need to go to the top floor? Because I feel like we went through all this for no reason.
We'll see.
We're here
Now.
because of you, pal.
You may carry on.
Thanks.
Yoko was on the first floor. We're like on floor 10.
Wait, does that mean I'm good?
He doesn't notice you.
Chill.
You're
I'll
made
just
of
walk.
you're made of air.
Oh.
Oh, is that he can sense you?
Because
Can he not sense you?
he's made of
He's a robot.
he's a robot made of static electricity, and he's made of electricity and thunder. Hal is resistant and immune. You're immune to lightning, or is immune to thunder.
I'm resistant to lightning.
You're resistant to thunder and lightning, so he couldn't even make a connection. So he's like, "There's just nothing there. It's just wind."
Hey, real quick. So
No.
I am not gonna
Just gonna
fucking
walk.
touch anything. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm not gonna do nothing until we are gone and done with this part of the library. I have to pee, so if anything happens, I took no part.
You're just riding on Zafira.
Oh,
you can
can
hop on my
I?
back, Farrell,
Oh,
if you don't
can
want to
I?
Do
Can
you
I
want-
Just, like, ride on
Do
Saphira?
you want to?
I would love to.
Sure. You
Yippee!
hop on Zafira's little saddle on her back and you just ride.
Yay.
That's so
do.
cool. though.
I didn't know she was that big.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me. I have a
Loping
picture of
lizard.
the saddle. I have a picture of the saddle. Hold on.
Loping lizard.
I have a picture of.
Oh,
the
that's so funny. I'm invisible because I'm an air genasi. So many times I've been so glad to be here.
So how was Baldur's Gate, Corin?
I knew you were gonna fucking say something. I wasn't playing goddamn Baldur's Gate.
But it said you were playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it says it was, but I wasn't. I was into my computer.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that is fair. You're not in my house, so you wouldn't know. All I
Not
ask
yet.
is that you trust my words. I know that's hard for you to do now.
No, I trust
Oh,
you.
are we paused?
I don't trust your character, but I trust you.
This is also about the size of Saphira too.
Why are
The
you so
picture I
aggressive on that, dear Corin?
Okay, I'll be
What
back.
the
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Because I knew I was gonna be accused.
She's been filling up the whole room, so we've just been ignoring that?
Pretty much.
Nice. You know what? Par for the course.
So
Okay,
you all
friends, let this
you
go.
all head up the staircase to the next floor, where you see there is just a bunch of books on this floor, as well as like you just see retainers and archivers wheeling around as you see a cogwork archiver roll beside you. This is what they look like. As you see a large cylindrical clockwork being draped in robes, putting up books and such, with almost like a wheelchair. Like, you know those like racer wheelchairs, right? That's kind of like the wheels are bent.
Yeah. That's cool.
We're looking dwarven spheres from Skyrim.
I hate those things.
They're not fun.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
They're a little
I
annoying.
Scream. I scream when they pop out sometimes.
You also hear a thumping.
Oh no.
A very
No.
big, loud thumping.
Speaking of which.
as a
Big man,
clockwork
weird.
automaton comes near you, covered in eyeglasses all across its body, shaped kind of like a scuba diving outfit, with a large harpoon on its
Interesting.
left arm and a large glove on its right.
It totally doesn't look
Huh.
like anything else.
Big Daddy, is that you? I missed you.
On his belt is inscribed Big Man.
Hmm. Am I invisible to these guys too?
This is distinct copyright.
This is my opportunity to become a little
Distinctly legal Big Man.
sister.
True.
Also, you see on this glove is written, I hate plants.
No.
And I never did find a body, and he never did escape the fire.
I hate you so much.
This is the far future of that campaign. He does exist.
Why?
Why don't you like Big Guy?
Why do you like Big Guy?
Because he's so fucking funny.
What?
What's the... Is he just a character that you hate because...
Yes, it was the first character I made, and it made him far too fucking stupid. I hate him. I hate him with every ounce of my being.
That's why I love him, is that he's so stupid that he makes jumps in logic to make himself justified. He's also so stupid that he comes around to being smart sometimes, which is hilarious.
Yeah, but he's so stupid. The only if he sees a plant, he wants to kill it. He doesn't focus on anything else.
Which is why I loved him in the campaign. I find enjoyment in it.
I hate him so much. I want to piss in your cornflakes tomorrow.
I don't know why you hate him so much or hate me bringing him up. Is it just embarrassed? Just embarrassed by it?
It's a shame. He is brought
No one's
dishonor
gonna know
upon
unless
my-
they go watch the series,
Yeah, but I know, and
Which
I don't
is-
care about them.
which is deep in the channel and only had one session, so...
I don't care about the
Anyhow.
situation. It's me that knows.
Anyways, you also see on the far right there is a lounge where there are a couple chairs and a tea party, and around that tea party area you just see a robed figure sitting down drinking some tea with a pixie.
Interesting.
Hello.
The robed figure
He
toad.
says hello from like a very far distance, and we'll just slowly start
Oh my
getting
god,
closer.
what did I miss?
Nothing.
Hello.
Literally nothing.
Nothing happens.
Okay, well
Warren-
then I
Warren
didn't do
Woods.
nothing. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't do nothing. I'm back to Saphira. I'm minding my own goddamn business.
That's
No, you
alright.
I
touched
will-
the Big Daddy.
No,
She
no, no.
starts
There's
to
a perfectly legally distinct big man.
Big man,
If
you
she
touched the
starts
Big
to
man.
implode, I'm
He
running
just-
in the opposite direction.
He just walks past you.
Formerly
Which-
known as Big Guy.
Big Daddy. No, formerly known as Big Daddy.
That's alright. That's what I said.
Big Daddy.
But no, it's actually Big Guy, unfortunately.
Big Daddy. Can you Big Daddy, please?
No.
I want to warn you. If you continue to call this creature Big Daddy, you are effectively referring to me as Big Daddy, and that's where I draw the line.
Not gonna do that no more.
Thank God.
No, don't
Daddy,
worry. If
chill.
it's Balsam on the other hand, now if it was Balsam on the other hand, we might have a different situation.
Daddy, chill.
Hello.
That was great. Daddy, chill. Oh my god. You look like the 4th of July.
The fuck is that from?
I want a hot dog real bad.
That's that lady.
Jennifer Coolidge and Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I do a really good impression, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, continue.
She's in a lot of shit.
I can do it.
Yeah, I'm walking with Balsam. And
Okay.
again, by the way,
Hello.
if she starts to implode, I'm running in the opposite direction.
I won't touch anything. I'm not gonna blow up.
Just in case, just saying.
From under the robes,
Like
you
a-
see a warforged pop out.
Huh.
Aren't you beautiful?
Loading an image for you.
Why are these robots wearing clothes?
You remind me of my son.
Oh, for art thou, hello there. Oh, I've had visitors. It's quite a long time since I've had visitors in this place. You see a very decorative, almost like wizardly warforged with his eye sockets are replaced instead of magic with like a little old like lamps, like old like oil lamps, and his center socket has like a like orb in it, as well as he's wearing oversized like gloves that are all puffed out and very like
You know
noble-ish.
what? He's styling. He looks great.
So, do tell me, what brings you to the upper library? Well, the upper old
Knowledge.
library. Knowledge.
Upper
Oh,
West
knowledge is the
knowledge.
best of things, I like to say. It's in the large armor.
Oh, the big man.
Tell me, what kind of thing are you in there? My eyes have long since gone away and all are replaced with flames, so I'm categorically blind. But, what are you? And he just kind of knocks on,
I'm a
like,
dragon.
he just kind of, like, does, like, the stereotypical knock on your chest plate.
I am a dragon, mightiest as can be.
Oh, a dragon. What kind of dragon are you? I've seen so many dragons in my old days, but when I had eyes, so to speak, set aflame my vision was.
Well, let's see. I started out green, then I became gold, then I became a demon.
Oh,
Now I am a bone dragon.
I see. I believe some bards went on that tale once or twice.
Oh yes.
I believe they called it fucking around and finding out.
That's correct.
You over there, and he points to you, Corin, as you see his like flames jut out onto his head, setting it ablaze. His legs. Oh gosh, I'm on fire again! As he like casts a like frost spell, as he uses a frost beam, like freeze the tip of his hat as it steams off. And he says, "So sorry. Who are you? You give off quite an aura of interesting intrigue, almost." And he kind of like shuffles over to you.
Hey,
You're quite old, my friend, almost ancient, such as myself.
yeah.
How is
I
your
am.
flesh still on your body, not rotted off your bones?
Um,
May I get a sample for myself? I would love to study this jerky that you have here called flesh.
please don't refer to my hot dog sleeve as jerky. That makes me uncomfortable.
Hot dog
Oh.
sleeve?
Second of
What is a hot dog?
Second of all, what kind of sample are we talking there, big guy?
Oh,
Are
just
we
a small
talking
slice.
I think he's
What do you
talking
mean a
about
slice?
a certain kind of sample, if you get my drift. Oh, wink.
Take 5
no,
damage.
The robot is not allowed
No,
to have my
please,
semen.
please, no.
You're stricken with a psychic bolt. Take 5 damage. He says, "Oh, I need just but a just a small flesh sample. I will compensate you.
What are we talking?
How about a forbidden spell? I have
Okay.
so many of those here.
All right, I like the sound of that. Let's where are you taking the sample from? Because there are some places on me that are awful limits.
Your thigh.
All right, that's fine.
It
You can
appears
have-
to be the
you can have a good
fleshiest.
time. Yeah, that's cool.
Very
My thighs
well.
are powerful.
He unrolls a bit of like he cuts open a little bit of the pant leg and like opens it up a little bit, and just carves out like a small like 1-inch piece of your flesh.
I believe they call it thunder.
Lengthwise, not
Yes.
not depthwise, just lengthwise,
Okay.
like carving
Yeah.
off a piece, and then he takes it and he's like, "Okay, for your spin." He takes out a piece of paper and hands it to you. There you are.
Thanks.
He bottles your flesh sample and says, "I shall use this later for many good potions."
You're not gonna clone me, are you?
No, I don't wish to
Good.
clone beings of flesh. It gets too messy, and they start asking questions of who they are, what they were, who their
Good,
parents
because I
are, and
don't want to have
it's
to
it's
kill
too
me.
it's too much. It's too much. I tried cloning once, and it went pretty well, all things considered. Then they started asking frivolous questions of who their parents were, where their siblings and friends were, and all the memories, and I had to kill them. I just couldn't stand it any longer. Kept asking questions and questions and questions, and too much philosophy.
Em, can he see me?
Yeah.
Okay. It was just that one guy. Okay, making sure.
So your spell is to. Your spell is a it's a dark spell. How to piss off? It's a dark spell, and your dark spell is called Brachioapostia.
Okay.
You make the illusion of breaking pasta in front of Italians, and it will instantly kill them.
That's awesome. Now every time we go up to an enemy, you gotta ask them if they're Italian.
Hey, are you guys Italian?
No, I am not. I'm so sorry. What's
Now
the
then,
deal?
You're talking funny today.
Now,
What's going on?
I
Did
do
you,
most
like,
enjoy
do
this
something
good
weird?
fella over here. And
I'm recovering still from that weird drink.
He walks
Oh,
over
you're
to
still
Balsam,
mentally scarred
and
or
he, like,
traumatized.
he holds Balsam's hand, and he's like, "Your hands are quite large, especially for a dragon. You're quite thick, most portly on the stomach, I guess.
Yeah, that's a thick bitch.
For I do like you. I've never seen such exquisite armor that I could feel with my hands and not get myself stabbed with a sword."
Oh, I
Well,
don't
Boston
care.
makes pretty chill. Yeah, very true.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Gotta go play.
May I shake your hand?
I shake it as well.
I mean, with your with your hand, not your glove.
My what?
Your
Do I have
hand.
gloves? I do have gloves. I forgot about those. I'm shaky.
So you can take the gauntlet off, so you can shake his hand.
Oh, you need one sec. Al, you help me. Take these straps. Like this one,
Yeah.
and then there's the one right there.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that one.
You take it off, and you hear a thunk on the ground as it goes ka-chink, falling to the ground.
There you go.
No.
Excellent, Sam. He shakes your hand.
You shake a poor sinner's hand.
Take 2 points of damage. Now, I will help you get this back on, as he takes a mage hand and lifts it up and starts doing the straps back to your hand and arm. Now that I've shaken your hand, I can put your print into my book and forever have you as a record.
Ooh, that would be fun. Tell me, how many other automatons pass through here?
Oh, not many. Not many get past the guardian up front.
Oh, I was asking to see if maybe you had seen my son.
Your son? Who is your son?
He
Well, that
called
is-
himself Mecha
Balsamic.
Balsamic.
I don't get many automatons versus the archivalists, but I've never heard of such a mecha balsamic. Is he vinegar, by chance? Seasoning? I don't think metal and vinegar mix at all. Of course, I don't have taste buds to begin with, so I
Depends on
would
the
never,
dish,
I would never
really.
know. But I would imagine if I had a human palate
Or my son.
and or a tongue, that a mechanical balsamic vinegar would not taste good.
Sorry.
Well, if you see him, tell him his father loves him very dearly.
I would suggest maybe you tell him that yourself if he's your son, but who am I to judge you on your poor parental measures?
Me and them have not we are not on current good terms.
Oh, so you're a bad
I
father.
love him, but he does not love me.
Seems you failed as a father.
No, he was taken from me at birth. I
Oh,
tried
so you
to
really
raise
failed as a
him.
father.
Corn's gonna walk up to Balsam and give him a high five.
Oh, so you massively failed as a father.
Why? This doesn't feel appropriate as a response.
Because you and I are in the same club there, bud. All my children
so right.
dead. My wife, he does air quotes when he says wife, dead.
Mm.
Couldn't be happier. He gives a big thumbs up.
Well, it seems that you're all happy that you don't have a functioning relationship with your son, then.
I'm not happy about this.
Uh,
He is.
I mean, he gave you a high five. You seem pretty happy about it.
Corn gives double thumbs up.
See? He even says you're happy. You're just a dysfunctional father needs to learn that you're the issue.
Corn's gonna walk
Boss is
backwards while
gonna
doing
reel
finger
over.
guns.
He's gonna be on his hands and knees. He'll be like cry. He'll crawl over a little to the side and start crying.
Corn's gonna start walking backwards doing finger guns.
Well, it appears, my dear friend, that you are indeed the problem here, so I'd recommend that you maybe get some counseling with your son. I've heard those are good things, but if you can't do that, then,
He doesn't
You're
want to
fucked.
talk to me.
well, you're fucked. You're royally fucked. But here, have a self-help guide, and tosses you a book.
They forcefully take DNA and create a boy. That boy does not love you. What is this world?
The same one that I breathe in? I don't know what you mean. I would breathe in if I had breath or lungs, but I don't. Just
Yeah,
cogs
like-
and wires. But I like you, you miserable piece of shit. I like you a lot. I'm going to adventure with you. Not exactly. No, I'm not going to adventure with you at all. I'm instead
you
going
should.
to. I'm going to help
Come
you.
with us.
No, given.
No, you'd help me with, you'd probably help
Given
me
your
with my son.
given your propensity for bad relationships, I'd rather not.
No, you come with us and talk with my son.
No, instead I shall how should I put it? I shall help you. Yes, I shall help you. Here's my no, I can't help you there. I'm not a counselor.
Damn it.
Do I look like a psychologist? No, I can give you books to help with.
Yes.
I look like a psychologist to you.
When you're holding that book, you
kid.
look exactly like a psychologist.
My friends, if I could help you with your brain, the best thing I could do is give you a lobotomy. I'm no
Stop, Austin,
psychologist.
don't do that.
A magicist, yes I am, most indeed. An archivalist, that is my most...
No.
That is my best associate, but I shall help you. He sticks a card into your shoulder blade of your armor. This is my card. You may touch it and access it at any time. When upon doing so, you can request of me something. So, you have gotten the archivalist. So, the archivalist is one of the many shop owners that you can recruit from the castle, or one of the many smiths and stuff. But the archivalist can help you by learning abilities, feats, and or magical skills or spells you wouldn't normally be able to learn, as well as increasing experience gains.
Okay.
So the system goes that if you learn a skill, a feat, or something from him, you increase your learning proficiency. Your learning proficiency increases how much experience you get for all sources. Now, this was intended as something you would find a lot earlier if you went down the normal path of exploring the castle, but you guys didn't.
That's not my fault.
Yes, it was. You were there the whole time.
But you can purchase... You can get a book from him. So you can, like, take a loan out on a book, just as a library would, and you can learn from that book. And the more learning experience you have, the faster you can read a book and learn a skill.
Oh, like if I were a wizard.
Yeah, like, for example, as a sorcerer, you could learn Druidcraft without having to take a feat or a special thing through your class. You could just learn the spell Druidcraft. But the way the learning process works is it goes based on a chart. So if you're a sorcerer, for example, your nearest class on a left or right spectrum in casting, on the right would be a bard and on the left would be a warlock. And then if you were to go from a warlock, you would then go to a wizard. Or if you were to go from a bard, you might go into a druid. And then they meet in the middle to then enter into like a paladin. And then go down into a cleric. So think of it like a skill tree, where you have to like learn a skill from each one of them to then pass down to the next one. The more skills that you learn in the previous section, the more that you can learn in the next section.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I can't. I'm pretty sure I know, but am I allowed to touch any of the books, or did it just say the bomb would blow up if I damaged anything?
If you damage anything.
Okay, so I can read stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure, because I mean, we're in a library. I'd like to read, but I mean, I don't want to blow up.
I would just, never mind.
Well, the bomb's not gonna blow up. Is that if you damage a book, Corn has to kill you.
Then why does it say bomb?
Extra threat.
Oh.
Because after he stabs and kills you, your body's just gonna explode.
You won't be able to be revivified.
Okay, so I won't damage anything, and I might read a book.
Roll me a d20.
I said I might. I don't want to do that yet.
What if the book fights you?
No. I just want to be chilling. I just want to be chilling. I don't want to read a book. I said I might read a book, which means in the future. Can I roll a d20 when I do that in the future? Or do I still have to?
You'd have to roll a d20 when you want to read one.
Okay, I don't want to read anything right now though. There's nothing that I want to read right now. Do I still have to roll?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna stay here and look pretty. Because apparently that's all I'm good for right now.
Just don't break shit.
I'm not gonna touch anything at this point. I don't really want to take a chance.
I once died from reading a book, so you know what? I'm not touching any books either.
Are we still talking to the robot guy?
No, he gave
Yeah.
you a card and Balsam's crying on the ground.
Hey,
That's
Hal,
also right here.
Hal is probably light enough to get on Zafira with me. You want to chill on Zafira with me since we're not going to be reading any books?
No, I'm good. I'm with Balsam. Pat
Alright.
his back.
And Corn's gonna walk over to Balsam and pat him on the back and say, I understand. I too hated my children.
I don't hate my children. Get away from me.
I don't understand.
Balsam, if it makes you feel any better, my father hates me, so you know.
Corn tilts his head and squints his eyes in confusion.
Wow, you're a wonderful person.
Well, you know. Yeah.
When this is over, we're gonna go beat your father.
Well, he did disown me when I got arrested, so you know.
You want to join in that, Corin? We're gonna go beat. Hal's
Why?
father. And this is
Bad
the-
fathers are my people. What do you mean?
So you want to hang out with my dad?
Does he drink and smoke?
No, he's kind of uptight. He's a professor.
They're not my people. He's a boring people. He is a boring. That is what he is. I am not interested.
Eh.
Balsam here is my guy. I understand him. He and I, same wavelength. Hate our children. Simply exist. You know? You're doing great
No.
there, pal. And he gives him finger guns again.
Why? We seriously need to talk
Why?
about your past.
We're talking right now.
Why do you hate your children?
I don't know. Isn't that just what you're
Awesome.
supposed to do?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. Why would you hate your children?
I don't know. Why would I like them?
You're meant to love them un unconditional.
I don't understand. What is
Maybe we
love?
will work on that. Baby, don't hurt me. Oh, fuck. No more. Love? Possum will stand up. What is love?
I think it's a chemical reaction in the brain, technically.
No, Corin. No.
Possum will put a microphone. He will press a digitation. His voice all around the entire floor of the library. Everyone gather around. We must discuss the meaning of love. Any reaction to the automatons nearby?
What were you asking?
He basically said, "Hey, gather over here because we need to discuss the meaning of love."
Some of them kind of look to you and then just kind of wheel on over because they hear the noise. About 5 automatons show up.
But I don't think you're gonna be able to explain the meaning of love to them. Kind of.
Don't be insensitive, pal. They know what love is.
I don't know
Does
what
your
love is.
creator not love you? Oh, he brought you out of nothing, did he not? I don't think these ones talk.
They're just staring at you.
Okay, I let y'all know that I love y'all. You can return to work.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, but don't forget your gauntlet that you took off.
Oh,
He already
no,
attached
what's
it
his
back.
name? He did some weird magic to put it back on.
Oh, awesome, because that thing's heavy.
It's very heavy.
Yeah. Good on you, bud. You're very strong.
I am, aren't I?
Yup.
All right.
Do we have anywhere
Let's figure
else
out
we need
what
to
we
go
have
in
to
this
do
library?
here.
Yeah. And where else we need to go?
Well, where you want to go is based on where you want to go.
But did we get to the top of the library? Like, or this
You're
is
in the
it?
top of the old library. You've completed everything in the library, per se. Which I guess you want to.
Hey. What do y'all want to do? Sit
I
and
want
read?
to. I want to find a book that'll teach me how to conjure the dead.
I think you should find a book on love.
I don't need that. What is it? What is it gonna do for me?
It's gonna teach you
Nothing.
love, Corin.
Why do I need love?
We all need love.
I don't.
But do you know this, Corin, that me and Hal love you?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause you're a
Also,
bud.
also, I just heard a sound from Hal that I'm pretty sure just contradicted what you just said.
The fucking
Well, okay, friendship is one thing, love is another. You're not my type. Sorry, bud.
Thank God.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm more interested in your dead sister.
Please stop that. You both of y'all lay off my sister. She's not even alive.
Why do you think I'm trying to find books to conjure the dead?
Oh, don't you dare.
Well, I wouldn't do that. Unless... Unless...
She doesn't even have a body, an air genasi. Like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna find her body?
Maybe you don't need a body.
There is
Yeah.
no body.
Look, I can make it work.
Like, how?
Ew.
I don't know.
Ew.
Where's a robot person? I need to be pointed in the right direction.
An archivist rolls up to you. What do you need?
I need book to teach me how to conjure the dead.
They would be over in Necronomicons.
Okay, let's go over there, guys.
Necronomiconus. He points to the section of N.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there.
As you go to the section of N, you see 36 rows of books of N. Each bookcase is 10 feet high and holds 250 books. And there are 16 cases down each row, double stacked both sides, 20 or so rows.
I hate libraries.
Good luck.
Archivist,
Yes,
you know where all books are, right?
I have jurisdiction over M. You need to find archivist jurisdiction over N.
Okay, where is archivist jurisdiction in guy?
Unknown. I have jurisdiction over M.
You don't know where your coworkers are?
I do not have jurisdiction over that part of the library.
That's not what I asked.
Oh, coworkers.
Robots. I think I'm racist, guys.
Oh,
That is true.
I hate the living and robots.
well, my bad.
Oh, hey, I am neither of those things. You must love me.
I like you. Enough.
Oh, they're in love.
Wait.
Someone's gonna write a fan fiction about this later.
Mm.
By a casual,
with me.
you're alright, I guess.
We just see one of the automatons starting to write shit down.
Wait, don't worry about me, horrid.
What about you?
Tolerable.
Eh.
Yeah,
You
makes
really-
sense.
Do you really want to know?
Do you
Actually-
get that? You deserve that one, pal. You really shouldn't have made that noise earlier.
Actually, yeah, sure, hit me with it. I'm curious
Eh.
now.
I like you enough.
See, there we go. See, all good.
I am not gonna ask the question because I don't really know Corin.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. I said I'm not gonna ask.
No, really. Who are you? Corin has completely forgotten in the span of like 10 minutes.
I'm your wife.
Oh, God.
Roll a persuasion check against Corin's insights.
Not another one.
That is the wrong
I
thing to say
got it.
for it.
I got a 12.
What's
I
your...
automatically beat it. Unless, oh, I could roll the 1.
Yeah, roll.
I automatically win because my modifier is 19.
To your insights?
Yeah.
She says your wife and you're like... In your head, you're like, she's not a dragon lady.
That is not what he would think.
I go, "Heh."
He would go, "You're not my type. I wouldn't marry you."
Ooh. Okay, that one hurt. Okay. I did that to myself. At least it's only hurting my pride.
You really did. I don't know why you went down that road.
He's already said many times he hates his wife.
Zafira is starting to feel stuffy in this library. I'd like to leave.
I need to find this book. I guess I'm gonna start.
I
searching.
kind of try to like calm Zafira. I'm like, it's okay. This will be over soon.
Also, I got it typed up, but here is the archive system. So, the archive system works as such. When you contact him, the archival, you can learn skills, feats, and spells based upon books he gives you, right? There is a circle that is I couldn't make a circle in the text, but it's a cycle. So there's like barbarian, fighter, paladin, cleric, wizard, warlock, artificer, rogue, ranger, monk, sorcerer, blood hunter. You gain new skills that you want to learn along the way on the class. So if you're a wizard but you want to learn, an artificer, you would need to know a wizard skill. If you're already a wizard, you wouldn't have to learn a wizard skill because you're already a wizard. Then you need to learn a warlock skill, and then you can do an artificer skill, right? Or whatever. The learning proficiencies are for each individual class, so you could be, say, have like a level 3 proficiency in wizard, but a level 1 proficiency in warlock. The more that you learn of each individual increases your proficiency, allowing you to learn them faster. Also, your level also gives you a bonus. So if you are already, say, for example, Balsam is already a sorcerer, he can use the base if he's wanting to learn a sorcerer-based skill or whatever, right? It's outside his sorcerer class. But if he wanted to go, say, to Blood Hunter, he would start at learning, he would have to work at a learning proficiency 1 plus the modifier for whatever he wants to learn, whether it be skill, feat, or spell. Meaning that, say, if you're a level 1, it's a 10 rests or study sessions to learn a skill. You want to learn a skill, so it'd be 10 plus 1, 11 rests or study sessions to learn something, right? Whereas a sorcerer, what level are you, Balsam?
I am level 20.
Okay, so you're level 20. Every 5 levels gives you a proficiency level in learning, so you have a proficiency level of 4. In about 3 rests or study sessions, you could learn another sorcerer skill. Or feat, or spell, or what have you, that is not marked on your current sheet or in your current class. Meaning, eventually, you could totally reclass into another sorcerer. It would just take you a while.
Shit. Wait, we're supposed to be level 20. Why are we not level 20?
Not all of you are level 20.
I'm,
Yeah, me and you are still level 18.
I'm
Didn't we hit level 20? Like, I thought we got bumped up.
No, that was the
remember-
end of the campaign. That was with
sure?
Ox and Alferis. Yes.
Okay, I'm 18 then. Ignore me.
But yeah, so this system is just also other thing based upon the experience level. So the higher your learning proficiency, the more experience you gain to all sources for that particular proficiency. So basically, if you were to kill, say, a monster, it would also gain to you having a study session. So if you had a high enough, say you were a level 5 in sorcerer, right? You would be able to count a study session of you just using a sorcerer shit to study sorcery. Does that make sense? So when you use the skills, it also counts as a study session. So you're not constantly so you're not bottlenecked, right? It all depends on which way you want to go around the circle. So like with Corin, he's a rogue, right? Rogue?
I am technically a rogue fighter.
Okay. Say you chose fighter and you wanted to do something in the, say, ranger category. You're also a rogue, so you could go to rogue. Right next to you is ranger. You could start off right there and learn a ranger skill. Or if you wanted to go the opposite way around, you could go fighter, barbarian, blood hunter, sorcerer, monk, then ranger.
So what about my situation where I am a rogue and I want to learn a spell in the wizard category?
In the wizard category, but you're a rogue, you would... which way are you wanting to approach this from? Like, what side are you wanting to buff? If you're wanting to buff your rogue side, you would have to start at rogue. If you wanted to buff your fighter side of it with that spell, you'd have to start at fighter. But with you, because you're both, you would choose the one that's closest.
What if Balsam wanted to learn, like, bard spells? Would I be able to, like, help him with that, with being a bard?
No.
Like, I'm trying... what I'm basically trying to ask is, as a rogue fighter,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to learn how to do animate undead or control undead. That's what I'm getting at.
So you would want to, let's see, that'd be the fighter 1, 2, 3. So you want to go from your fighter. You would then want to go into paladin, learn something from paladin, then something from cleric, then something from wizard. And animate dead, you would then want to learn what level spell it is, right? So say, I think it's like a 4th level spell, right?
Believe it is level 3.
Level 3. Okay, so pretty low level. What level is your fighter?
7.
You're well within the range to have obtained that normally. If you were a wizard. That's the other thing you have to know, is that you can't just ask for Meteor Swarm. You'd have to be within the reachable level requirement. But also, you can build yourself up there. You would just have to learn an excess amount of skills to build your learning proficiency up. But you're within range, so if you got through the process of learning everything, you would then get to wizard, and you could learn animate dead and use the spell. It'd probably be like once per day or something, because you don't have proficiency in magic.
Fair.
Any non-magic caster, I'd probably limit them to like using 1 or 2 slots, depending on their learning proficiency. But if you're already a caster, you could just slop that spell in for a normal slot. So Balsam, for example, could learn some extended spell lists of, say, the wizard if you wanted to go down that route, or the warlock or something, and get a bunch of spells that he could then not, that he wouldn't normally be able to get from his sorcerer list and use with his sorcery points.
Interesting.
This is just another way beyond passive classes to allow you guys to multi-class and do shit specifically that you want to do without having to invest in like mythic levels and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Neat and twisty.
So where do you guys want to go next?
What's our next goal? Because I think we're done in the library unless Corin wants to do some hunting for a resurrection book.
How long is that going to take?
Try to find the robot that's in charge of this.
Intelligence save, please.
Intelligence save, you got it. 17.
If you spent a long rest here, you could find it.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. You guys
But-
want to rest here?
But you wouldn't gain
Why not?
any. You wouldn't gain any hit points from it, and you'd get 1 point of exhaustion. Just you specifically.
I don't know if I want to rest here, just because I have a living. Like, I'm pretty sure there's something still attached to my wrist that I really don't want.
Do you plan to break shit?
No,
Then why are you worried?
because I want to.
The only thing you would gain from it is, Corin, you would have a point of exhaustion afterwards,
That's fine.
because you'd be searching for 8 hours.
That's fine.
But everybody else, realistically, you could use that time to study if you wanted.
Can I? You know what? Never mind.
Can you
If
what?
you would like, you may.
I'm just gonna sit here on Saphira, and I'm just gonna like play rock paper scissors with myself.
Do you not want to learn anything?
I want to, but I have to roll a d20.
No, you don't. Not through the archival system.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
remember what the whole system I just fucking explained.
Right.
I don't DM.
Right.
Explain
I don't
again.
get it.
Then I. I would like to take up some books on Draconic, the language.
Okay,
You know,
that's going to require you to learn Draconic That's going to take you 10 study sessions, or 10 rests. Study sessions are calibrated outside of a long rest or a short rest. Those are for, in real life, 30 minutes. So as long as you're saying, I'm studying right now, and you're not in combat, when we're just playing the game normally, your character would be studying.
I'm studying, and I'm studying Draconic.
Okay, so through the archival system, a book of Draconic slaps in front of you. You have now checked out a book of Draconic. Until you either learn this or put the book back, you cannot start on a new study.
I want to. Do I have the? Wait, can I do the 10 sessions? You said it's like 30 minutes per one session. Do I
Here's
have
the
time?
here's the thing. So, it's rests or study sessions. Rests are counting, so this is a long rest, so it would be 2, because I'm doing off short rests. So you would be up to on the rest side, and the study sessions are just when we're normally playing. If we're exploring, you can say I'm also studying, and every 30 minutes that is happening, meaning if you don't get in combat, it excludes combat of studying. So if you say don't get into combat for the whole 2 hours that we play, you would have a total of 4 study sessions.
4 study sessions. Okay. Then.
Also, if you use skills that are within that quality, you also gain a study session. For language, that's kind of not really the case, but say you were to like do a class ability and you already had other abilities of that class, you could speed up the process by using them.
Okie dokie. Then I want to use.
Just keep your own. Well, you were taking a long rest right now.
Oh, okay.
So you got to calculate it on your own how much you have left, but I'm not going to calculate that for you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you're starting off at 10. You're doing a language. There isn't anything for that. So it's just 10 minus 2. That would be 8. You have 8 rests or study sessions left.
Period. Do I need to take a long rest in the thingy? Oh, wait. In this long rest, would I gain any hit points back?
No.
Okay, so then I'm just going to pretend like I'm doing nothing.
What about you, Balsam? Do you want to learn anything while you're here, or no? Do you want to study on any escapades, class-wise, or skill-wise, or feat-wise?
You said the 2 Lincoln ones were Warlock and Bard, right?
Yes. So you are a sorcerer. So depends where you want to go. What do you want to do?
I'd probably just try and see if I can pick up a feat from either or.
Well, you're on the circle, right? From Artificer or Warlock, you're 3 classes away. Four away from Warlock, 3 away from Artificer. So your first one would be Monk.
Oh shit! Why am I next to Monk and Bloodhunter? These guys suck. Oh, hey Hal.
Huh? Yeah.
So, is there a feat, skill, or spell of a monk that you want to learn?
I have no clue what the hell Blood Hunter or Monk has. I have to.
You would want to go through monk, because if you're trying to get to warlock, that's the quickest way. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through blood hunter, barbarian, fighter, paladin, cleric, then wizard, then warlock.
I think it'd probably just be smart to just look at the shit that's close to me.
Okay, so what about
The
learning?
opportunity to reach all the way over there.
What about learning how to do a flurry of blows?
No.
Ooh.
You don't want to learn how to do
What is the
flurry of
Blood
blows?
Hunter actually, because I don't know what that is.
Blood hunter is curses, blood curses. The whole point of actually, Corin, you played a blood hunter. You explain it.
Wait, what?
Explain blood hunter to Balsam, because you were one.
Well, I mean, like, there's different kinds of like paths. Like you can basically you can do like curses and bestow them upon your enemies to like.
Okay, so you know how like paladins fight in holy matrimony and honor and such? Think of a blood hunter like Simon Belmont.
Yeah, that's the easy way to explain it, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
They are pretty cool. I used to play one.
You're like a dark paladin. Instead of oaths and holy magic, you do curses and dark magic
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
through blood.
Blood Hunter can get spells from Warlock. Is that how I can get Warlock spells?
You could, technically.
Just through Warlock? I mean, through Blood Hunter?
If it's through blood hunter, you could get it. Depends on when they get it, though. The higher the spell level, the more you need to invest in terms of your own. Are you wanting to learn a spell, feat, or skill specifically from the blood hunter?
I have no idea what feats they get. Give me... Move on, because I actually have to fucking sit here and look through all this shit. Corin, it's your turn.
Huh? Oh, we already know what I'm doing.
Oh, shit.
I already know what I'm doing.
God damn, y'all suck.
Wait, do we know what Hal's doing?
Here, I'll help you out, Balsam.
Just waiting.
You're not
There
gonna
is
let
a
me do
guide
this shit?
to the blood hunter.
No, I was just waiting until everyone else is done.
Oh,
Didn't want to butt in.
The specific thing they know, like, the Warlock shit through is fucking
I'll be
cast
back.
magic. I'm trying my best to read this. It's just the wording a bit tricky for me.
No, if anything, I just want to learn more monk stuff.
I like that you punch stuff.
Hell yeah. You can punch stuff a lot of times.
I have to say something nice. Because I feel like I am too mean sometimes.
So, a
You're
starting.
not gonna offend me.
Do you want me to choose something for you, Balsam? Start you out on blood hunter?
Oh, give me, like, I'm trying to fucking understand this reading.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a
it's so
basic
confusing.
understanding here. You know how the sorcerer has sorcery points?
Yeah.
You have hemo die and hemo points. You control blood to inflict curses on other people. Those curses do effects in which you either deal damage or do some kind of debuff or buff to you and your allies, right?
Mhm.
The whole cycle of it is that I use hemocraft points to inflict a curse on somebody, and that curse allows me to buff or debuff my friends and allies, into which then I can deal damage to them. When I deal damage, I can then incorporate a spell, like a paladin does, with a rite or some other thing that allows me to add bonus damage to it. So we'd have like the branding rite, which inflicts fire if there is a curse on somebody. So you would inflict fire damage plus your attack, and if they're cursed, it increases the damage.
Ah, fuck, I couldn't do it. This fucking relies on intelligence and wisdom. I don't have either of those. Fuck. Fuck me.
With
Never
that
mind.
attitude.
Get it, just throw it out the window, Cactus. God damn it.
I believe in you, Balsam.
I have a +1 in intelligence and a +0 in wisdom. This isn't making it work.
I'm not saying you're going to be a great blood hunter, but you can do it.
Ah, fuck it.
Just know you're taking the long road around But
Yeah,
if
I realize.
I
We'll
mean,
see with
you'll
the
get
monk.
some warlock spells through Blood Hunter at a high enough level. You'll just have to heavily invest. So here's my question: is investing in Blood Hunter worth it, or would you prefer just taking the long road to Warlock to get exactly what you want, but have to go through a bunch of other classes to get there first?
I think I'll just probably just get something stupid from monk. Is it just like a specific like a specific
Within the
like, do I
range
have
of
to get, like, a
level
specific,
1
like,
and
thing
3.
that the monk does,
Within the
or is it
range
like
of level 1 and 3, what a basic monk between level 1 and 3 can do.
okay? Let's see, what do we got? 1 and 3.
Punch more. That's.
That's why I said Fury of Blows.
Yeah, and depending on what subclass you choose, maybe the subclass option.
Or you
What does
could...
deflect missiles rely on?
It's a key point thing, so it'd be a
wisdom.
sorcerer point for you.
Yeah,
It's wisdom?
I think.
Well, no, it's
That's-
the key points are
Oh, it's
based...
dex
Key
plus
points...
your monk point.
Key points are based off your wisdom, but you can't get monk points. Instead, you're getting... Well, you could get key points, but you could also use your sorcery points for it. So, like, it'd be your
Wait,
wisdom...
is there not like a roll when you come to like using deflect missile itself?
Yes, it is a 1d10 plus dex modifier plus monk level to. What it does is, if you reduce the damage down to 0, you can then take that projectile and throw it back at the target. And if you don't, it will mitigate. It'll at least mitigate some of the damage that you're about to take from a ranged attack. I did it with Potion Alchemist. We were playing Ganondorf, where we kept throwing a potion back and forth.
Oh, fuck, wait. I think Flurry of Blows or fucking deflect missiles is the same fucking roll.
Well, no, Flurry of Blows, basically, you can punch 2 more times. You can use an unarmed strike 2 more times. Or an attack 2 more times.
Yeah, but what stats does that use?
Weapon.
Ooh, could I use my like? Is it my weapons or like just my fist?
Technically, a monk's fists are weapons, so that's why it's monks are iffy.
Or it's a finesse weapon.
Yeah.
Does
That's
a
what it
quarter
is.
staff? It's not a finesse weapon. It's a versatile weapon.
It is a monk weapon though. It's either a monk weapon or a finesse weapon.
So, if you were...
Could I use my
If you were
quarter
to
staff?
learn, something in monk, by the way, because we're going based off 1 to 3, you would get 2 key points starting off with, plus your proficiency, which your proficiency is based within wisdom. So how much wisdom do you have in your modifier?
0.
So you have no proficiency. So you have a plus. You have 2 key points you could use, or you could spend your sorcery points.
Okay.
But the idea being that if you're going to go down that route, the first skill you'd want to use is probably deflect missiles to gain a skill from them.
Okay.
Do you want to do
down for
that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to mark in your thing.
Where's
I'm putting this in your weapon and armor.
Where are my notes? For me. There they are. Missile.
I think I know what I want. I don't know if I.
Anyways, so you're learning deflect missiles right now from the monk. I put it in your weapons and armor. You have 8 rest and study sessions remaining.
No.
When you learn it, you will get 2 key points, and then every 2 points of wisdom in your every 2 modifier points in your wisdom gives you 1 extra key point. You can also use your sorcerer points to use the deflect missiles. You haven't learned it yet, so you can't use it yet. But once you've learned it.
When you say learn, do I have to just like go into a corner and just start doing like some kung fu?
I
like-
imagine when you go into a corner, you're gonna be like looking at your hands, and you're gonna be like trying to like grasp things in a fast motion. You're like pretty slow right now. Like you with one hand, you grab like a rock, and you try to grab the rock as it comes down, and every time it hits the ground, you like squeeze closed, because you have like a 3-second delay between you wanting to like grab it and you seeing it.
Y'all gonna see like Awesome in a corner, just like fucking moving his hands in dumbass directions. As,
I
like,
knew you were gonna fucking
Chinese
post that
flute.
fucking GIF, Corin. I had it in my mind as soon as you were saying it.
As this Chinese flute is just aggressively playing.
Wait, do I have a flute?
Performance check.
Do I have a flute? Oh no, I only have a violin and a lyre.
I have a pan flute. I have a pan flute. The last time I tried to play it, though, it didn't go so well.
Okay, so Corin, after all this long rest, you have found a book on necromancy. It is going to take you 14 rests and study sessions to learn the basic spell Animate Dead.
Here we go. I have to read.
Read and or study. So you got 14 left. Been a couple sessions where you get that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But eventually you can learn it. So yeah, you guys have picked up, some of your stuff that you're learning on. Hal, did you want to do anything?
I was about to say, what about me?
What did you want to learn, Hal?
I wanted to learn more monk stuff. Specifically, there is a specific feat that I cannot get to with my leveling, and that's Opportunist.
Okay, so you're what level in Monk?
12.
So every 5, so that's a level 2 in your learning proficiency, and that's
It
a
is
feat.
yeah, it's a level 17 subclass feature
Okay, so
in my chef
it's
monk.
going to take you 8 rest/study sessions. You already were doing this long rest study session, so you're down to 6 rest/study sessions.
Nice. Nice. Closer than any one of fucking of any other one of fucking of us. Yeah, that's right.
Well, because
Right,
I am
perfect.
a monk. I am a trained monk, so yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit less time.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
The more that
opportunities
you
are-
learn in your class and the higher the level it is, the easier it is to learn other things from other parts of that class. So, like, for example, Corin could spec into Assassin if he wanted to.
Mhm.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I don't want to,
But I'm just saying you could.
and I like that I have the option.
Or you could do Arcane Trickster, or Phantom Rogue, or whatever.
I am a Phantom Rogue.
Okay, you
Modern
could...
Mind is one too,
Sorry,
right?
Inquisitive Rogue.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm not that.
Those fists were
inquisitive.
fast
Wait,
as a
never mind.
lightning.
That's false.
Wait, I can do that if I combine the grasping shock and my fists.
Also, we are going to end session here, because it is time.